Hi friends, very good evening. Yes, ma. Please drop a confirmation message. Is everything is good to go? Am I visible? Am I audible? Is things are clear? Yes. Welcome back to Let's Crack UPSC CSE English with India's largest learning platform, Unacademy. Let's crack it. Yes, ma. What all you will get under an academy platform, needless to say, daily live classes, isn't it? Yes, every day sharp 2 p.m. I catch you all in YouTube platform. What is the best part of live class, ma? Of course, the students who are attending the live class on regular basis, they would have realized by this time. The best part is that you can chat with your educator, engage in discussion, ask your doubts and answer polls all while the class is going on, isn't it? Live test and quiz. Yes, we have a quiz at the end of the session. Live quiz. Yes, my dear friends. Yes. So please ensure that RRP strategy. Read, revise, practice, isn't it? The practice is very, very essential. So at the end of the session, we are going to practice what we have read and revised. That is going to be taken care by using this. Of course, quiz. Is everything is clear? Is any problem? Please let me know. Any problem? Please let me know. Is it buffer? Any buffering, ma? Oh my God. Okay, I think it's clear. Fine. Then structured courses. All our courses are so structured in line with your exam syllabus in order to help you best prepare for it. It is OSS for your PMI. One-stop solution for your prelim, mains and interview, isn't it? Yes. Unlimited access to unlimited courses. What you have to do? One subscription gets you access to all our live and recorded courses to watch from the comfort of any of your devices, for which you have to download Unacademy learning app, isn't it? Yes, my dear friends. So please make sure as things are good to go. Is all clear? Fine. Then, so over to the next. About me, of course, know your educator. Under the slide, of course, you know much about me. Anyways, it's for the students who are going to watch this session for the new first time. For them, it's a very important input. Yes, it is. About me, I'm Dhanalakshmi, a senior, top, and a very passionate educator in search of pursuit of happiness in my life. Always, my happiness lies as being an educator for UPSC CSE category. Yes, my dear friends. I have stepped into the civil service preparation 2004. Of course, it is a 15 years long journey. And with respect to my teaching experience, I have more than decade long rich experience in teaching for UPSC CSE, which is closer to 12 years completed. Now I'm in my 13th year. Of course, and the credentials specific to civil services, I have appeared twice in UPSC CSE interview with 6 consecutive mains. A very special note is that in all the 6 mains with geography as an optional. Yes, I have done my masters in geography, MSc geography, MPhil. I'm going to pursue my doctorate in geography. Such an amazing subject, and I could confidently say that this is one of the best subject as an optional. Why? Because it is a very simple to score, and we will also share. I will share the tips how I have consistently become a geography topper in all my 6 mains. Fine. Apart from this, my credentials, you know, twice interview candidate, second interview, of course, 2017 interview, I'm an all India topper. Despite becoming a topper, I couldn't get in the service. Why? Because it's all happened because of I missed in the cumulative score in a very narrow margin. Fine, ma. I have mentored more than 25,000 aspirants over a period of last 12 years. I haven't stopped just by mentoring. Hence, I have produced the result. Yes, my dear friends, I have produced the result as well. So you can reach your DL ma'am who has an enormous amount of experience and expertise in this field using this code DL10. Yes, you can reach me through my Telegram channel. I have joined my Telegram channel here. I've shared my link. Join my channel. Of course, you can get in touch with me. For subscription details, you can take my number from my channel and you can log in. Next. Don't forget to follow me in Unacademy profile link as well. Fine, ma. So apart from this, prepare with the top educators. Yes, Tushar. Yes, Srijit. Very good evening to one and all. Yes, ma. So prepare with the top educators. Indeed is a blessing. Isn't it? All the best brains are found under one roof, and needless to say, that roof is Unacademy. To name a few, Mridal sir, Roman Saini, Ayush Shangi, Sudarshan Gurjar, the list is endless. Comprehensive syllabus. Yes. Year ahead, of course, we are providing 16K courses for UPSC CSE category. Yes, my dear friends. So you can never ever come up with a complaint saying that, ma'am, there is a deficit of courses. No, we provide everything in excess for all the three stages. It is a one-stop solution for your prelim, mains, and interview, and for all the subjects and all the phases, including the optional course, isn't it? Yes. One subscription, unlimited benefits. Yes, Shubham. Very good evening. After a long time, I'm seeing you. Srijit, yes. Good evening, Srijit, Tushar, everyone. One subscription, unlimited benefits. Learn live from the comfort of your home. Are you all doing that? This was not the case with me, mom. You just think at the 2004, I have stepped into the civil service, right? Of course, I have to leave my native Chennai. I have to move to Delhi just to acquire the coaching for civil service. So after many sacrifices only, we were given a chance to take the civil service preparation, coaching preparation itself. Then the rest story, success story is entirely different. But that is not the case for you. You're not doing any much big sacrifice at your comfort, at your place, in your room. That you are preparing a civil service with the top educators of India. Don't you count it? Think about your blessings. How much God is very favorable towards you. Count your blessings and work hard and make it happen. Only one thing you have to do from your side is that put all your efforts in the right direction, isn't it? Fine. Unlimited access to all courses, top educators of India, exhaustive coverage of syllabus, regular doubt clearing session, live test series. At the end of each session, of course, study material is provided, answer writing sessions, mentoring and guidance, everything, and many more on this list. Of course, will you get the auction done? Will you get the auction done? What is this? Fine, of course. Next, so you can enroll the plus by using my code DL10. Normally, I used to recommend for 24 months only. This is the ideal thing when the student can go for it. Of course, it's a safer investment as well. For entire 24 months, you have to do only 72,000. 72,100. By using my code DL10, you get 10% instant discount. At last, you have to pay only 64,800. If you are a college student, then you can go for 36 months. If not, 24 itself is better. It's fine, no problem. Next, with respect to the iconic subscription, yes, are you looking for a personal coach? Are you ready to write the answers on a daily basis, but you need someone to evaluate? Study planner, you want someone to help you in making a customized study plan, personalized feedback. If all these requirements, apart from live class, test series, unlimited practice, structure schedule, then you can go for iconic subscription. Here again, I'll recommend 24 months. By using my code DL10, you get 10% instant discount. At last, you have to pay only 96,300. Yes, ma'am. What is this offer? Yes, it's not only that Amazon and Flipkart will give you an offer. Unacademy, the largest learning platform, is also giving you a gift, complimentary subscription offer, and many more. What is that? Only 2 days to go. Yes, introductory offer till 31st October. All learners subscribing to GS category till 31st October will be given a complimentary subscription to optional as well. If you are going to take this subscription before 31st, of course, you have to pay only for GS, and 27,300 is free. You need not pay. Whereas if you're going to take the subscription after 31st October, of course, you have to pay 49,500 for GS and 27,500 for optional. I know you're all smart enough. You will go for a smart decision and wise decision. Above all, it should be a timely decision, isn't it? DL10, use my code and go for the optional subscription plan as well. Here again, it's always recommended to choose this number 24. It is a safer investment. Yes. Mentoring. This is very simple. An aspirant and a mentor. What aspirant is seeking for? He is seeking for the support system. What mentor is doing? He is extending the support system. See how this one pick will give you an answer for all the queries you have with respect to civil service preparation, isn't it? Mentoring. Successful people never reach their goals alone. Yes, ma. So irrespective of the starting point, let your starting point be anywhere from India, but you all want to reach the dream destination, Labasna. So you board into the bus, your journey is going to be such that it is going to be point to point. What is this point to point? Shubham, Srijit, can you give me an answer? Have you ever heard about this point to point bus? What is this, ma? Which means that once you have boarded on this bus in your starting point, you should stop only at the doorsteps of Labasna. There shouldn't be any stoppage or break or something exit in the middle. So keep going yourself, no matter whatever difficult the journey is. Yes, our journey is not bed of roses. It is not bed of roses. It is thorn of bushes. But we are equipped enough. We are qualified enough how to crisscross these obstacles and reach the dream destination, Labasna. Okay, here you are in need of someone has got to say you what to do, what not to do, and how to do. Of course, those things get taken care by the mentoring. Yes, I become a mentor because I wanted to give the thing I didn't realize is how much I would get. Okay. UPSC optional geography guide. Just to say, Mima, yes, I'll begin the session. Is it good for everyone? Please give me an answer. I couldn't see your messages because some technical problem in my will you get the option. So that is the last. Okay, ma. Now we are going to discuss the globe. For how many of you geography is a favorite subject? I think now you would have come out of the oscillation of the doubt. Yes, madam, I have chosen geography as an optional. But would you please say me how to enrich this course? How to enrich this course? Thank you, Omkar. How to enrich this course? Yes, because it is going to play an awesome role in my GS, like going to help me more than 250 marks. And I also wanted to enrich my scores in optional as well, because in the triangle, what is a triangle? One stop buses with the name of Unacademy Education. Okay, with the name of Unacademy Education. Okay, that's nice. That's nice to share. Very smart to play. Okay, see, mind the success thing in this journey, three things is very important. O-E-E. What is this O-E-E? Optional. Let it be any optional. Another one is your ethics paper, and last one is your essay paper, isn't it? Yes, all these three is going to do a wonders in your preparation if you're going to focus on this three triangular points: optional, ethics, and essay. Fine. So, what to do? When, where, how, revise? Will it be possible to take more than 300 marks? Such like you have so many questions in front of you, isn't it? Yes or no? You have decided geography because it has a much overlap on your GS. Ma'am, at the same time, since it's a science subject, everyone will be giving answers in the same format. Continental drift theory. So how my answer look different or something different from others in order to get an edge over my friend's scope? How to prepare optional? Minimum material. Very, very important. Do you remember my first class? What is the suggested book? Do you want to have how many books? Any idea, ma? Let us make the session more interactive. Geography is the only subject which is already connected with other subjects. Super, Tushar. I think Tushar is very interactive. I really like this Tushar interaction. Please give me an answer, Tushar. Please give me an answer. Okay, I'm closing this. Okay, minimum material. Do you have a huge list for study material for geography? Do you have a huge list of study material? Is there anything of that sort? No. How many books I have recommended in the beginning? For the first class of mine, how many books I have recommended for? Not even 4 books. Do you remember? At the maximum 4 to 5 for entire optional. Of course, you know the book list. Minimum material. So I think you will strongly agree to this point. Daily newspaper, how to relate the current affairs with the conventional subject. Qualitative preparation, not quantitative preparation, isn't it? Yes or no? Yes or no? And maximum revision, consistent hard work, and integrated preparation is an amazing word. Integrated preparation. So when you're going to work on these inputs, minimize your sources, maximize. It will maximize your success, isn't it? Okay. So you can ask me, ma'am, the study material. Yes, ma. You can interact. Please, you can interact. Okay. Just let me know. Just let me know if things are good because I have some technical issue. Okay, Tushar, geography is the only subject which is already connected with other subjects. I think I'm still standing on the same point. Okay. Now, so what are the suggested reading, ma? What are the suggested reading? Give me an answer. What are the suggested reading? Of course, Savindra. Am I right? Entire physical geography is taken care by going through Savindra. How many of you agree with me? You can follow geomorphology, climatology, oceanography. What is the second book, most important book the optional students should have? Majid of models and theories. For models and theories, you have Majid Hussain. That is one of the most important topic. You know, UPSC, I don't understand really why it has the habit of asking more than two long answers from models and theories. Have you ever checked this? Have you ever checked your previous year's question paper? Next. So apart from this, you all have your GC Leong that is common for GS and as well as your NCRT, isn't it? And apart from that, you have the one more book, of course, two atlas, one on Oxford and another one is Orient Longman. Am I right? Am I right? Orient Longman. And next, the last is Geography Through Map. Geography Through Map, Siddhartha. I think these three, four, GC Leong, NCRT, Oxford, Orient, Geography Through Maps by K. Siddhartha, you will be already having it for your GS. Am I right, ma? Doesn't need to prepare 35% of some other subjects and it's fluent to understand as well. Just focus on things happened around us. That's amazing, Tushar. You seems to be really good on this. Now I understood why you have chosen this. Fine. Now, preparation strategy for IAS geography optional. To begin the preparation, NCRT is an excellent source. Why? Because, see, normally I am a kind of a person who don't recommend NCRT is so important. To begin with, it is an easy. Why? Because NCRT is something that just imagine 6th standard level NCRT. So you're degrading yourself, you're bringing back your knowledge to 6th. Don't come to any conclusion even in optional or geography students used to ask me, ma'am, is NCRT alone is enough? I never ever agree to that statement. Why? Because we are preparing for the exam which is a mother of all written exam. Though you have a continental drift theory in NCRT, though you have about rocks in NCRT, can you give me an answer? Can you give me an answer with respect to with the points in the NCRT? Can you write an answer for a geography optional? How many of you agree with me? Will you get an enough mark? Will you get an enough score? Certainly not. Even for GS geography, it is very, very less. Then why do you lower down your standard to NCRT? Directly start reading from Samindra. Of course, you are attending the classes. The concepts is well clarified in the class and start your preparation from Savindra only. NCRT is just to put yourself in the system, try it easy to read and particularly helpful to aspirants. Okay, if you are new to the subject. Now, general tips. There are two papers you know very well. The common challenging thing is that paper 1, paper 2. Getting high score in paper 1 is little bit challenging and paper 2 you don't have a feeling that you are writing an optional subject. Why? Because majority of the questions it will be of the current affairs based question. Paper 2 it will give you an impression that you are writing another GS paper. Is this clear, ma'am? So you have to work more on paper 1 and it is very, very easy to secure more marks in geography optional by following certain fundamental. What are they? Of course, geography optional, the syllabus together is huge. I don't agree with the statement because what is the first things comes to everyone's mind? Geography, oh, it is a vast subject. Why the syllabus is vast? Because you will keep saying to yourself it has 20 units. So you will be seeing the number only. I'll do one session on decoding the syllabus. Actually, this 20 you can brought down to somewhere to 15. Why? Because there is an overlap of many units in the paper 1. They get overlap again in the paper 2. How many of you understood this? Regional development and planning, population and settlement geography, contemporary issues, more or less like paper 2, hardly you will be preparing for first 3 units is important, isn't it? Rest all it will give you an impression that it is enough if you do Yojana and Kurukshetra. It is enough if you are well acquainted with the current affairs. Okay. So even the agricultural unit Kurukshetra will give you an amazing answer. So where is the point for you to worry about it? All you have to keep in your mind with respect to optional is that how you're going to represent your answer. It is very easy to get the inputs, but it is really challenging to present your answers in such a pleasing manner. Is this fine? Is this fine? How many times you're going to use the appropriate geographical term? You shouldn't be have much of the general language. Of course, you should do justice by including the geographical term. And another important thing is that each and every question must consist of a diagram. I will give you the list what all we have to do. Okay, just this is a beginning. So please remove from your head that the syllabus is not vast. So don't agree to the statement the syllabus is vast or huge. Disagree to the statement. Okay. Is this fine? Next, get well acquainted with the topics and check the trend in previous years. This is very important. Of course, if you're completing geomorphology, don't switch over to climatology without having an enough command over geomorphology. Go and practice. Go and check the last 10 years question paper. How many questions has been asked from geomorphology? Which are the areas or what is the nature of the question? How many marks? What is the word limit? You have to keep doing all these R&D work. Okay, so by gaining the inputs and saying to yourself, yes, this part is completely done, then you move on to climatology. Is or no, ma? Are you getting it? Please let me know. Figure out which topics are more frequently asked about. For every topic, refer 2 to 3 sources to ensure you have the most authenticated information. There is no chance for error in your knowledge. What are the two? For example, conventional and current affairs, isn't it? For conventional, you're going to follow Savindra, or for paper 2, Kullar. Okay, NCERT is very common. And what is another source? It is very mandatory for the geography optionals to go through Yojana and Kurukshetra, agricultural and rural development, rural urban migration. Most of the syllabus, I think UPSC syllabus is well covered in Yojana and Kurukshetra. Is this fine? Next, set a realistic goal for your study table and understand that this amount of syllabus will require only 3 months at the maximum. Take my words, it is not 20 units. Actually, it is only 15 units. In this 15 units also, majority of the topic already you are preparing for GS. So where is the point? There is the point that the concept of the syllabus is vast. No. It is not at all vast and it is very much you can easily get it done with 3 months preparation. Is this fine, ma? Next, instead of making all the notes alone, rely more on class notes. This points also, I could simply say that you need not take a notes at all. You can have the synopsis. I firmly believe on synopsis for the end of each and every session. Please let me know. Please let me know if things are good to go, because I have some technical issues. Okay, so synopsis. For example, let me say how to take synopsis. Okay, for example, what is the first unit? Geomorphology. Friends, are you all listening to me? First unit is a geomorphology. Okay, how many topics you have? For example, if you have 10 to 15 topics, write down the topic separately in a A4 sheet paper. Write down the topic in your hands, okay, with your own handwriting. So at the back of this page, you are going to do, what you are going to do is Omkar. So first thing is that you are going to write the topics in a A4 sheet page. At the back of the page, you are going to fill from the last 10 years or at the maximum last 7 years questions. What all have been asked from this particular unit, geomorphology. Is this fine? Then for each topic in the syllabus, try to have the synopsis, how the structure you're going to write, what the diagram you're going to do in exam. Don't think that the miracle will happen in the exam. You can't bring a diagram in the exam in the pressure point. Is it possible? Is it possible to bring a content or diagram in the pressure point? Certainly not. You have to keep everything ready-made for optional. Synopsis. Take any topic. Plate tectonic theory, of course, you should know what you are going to do, what are the evidences of plate tectonic theory, everything in synopsis, what diagram I am going to include, what is the structure of this question. So everything, the structure, the word structure is very, very important in optional. Is this fine? Word structure is very, very, very important in optional. So you have to frame this, you have to give importance for structure. And so another one is innovative answers. You have to show the innovation in your presentation. Is this clear, ma? Is this clear? So you can enrich your answers, practice, find interrelations between the topic explored in the syllabus for each paper. So make sure that for each unit or you are having synopsis. So don't ever plan that you can skip any topic or any unit, because it is compulsory. The questions are spread across the 12 units and you don't have any choice or option. You have to attend, of course, all the questions. In section A, I think you have one or two. Okay. Don't think anything, this I will leave it an option. Nothing of that sort is going to work out. Paper-wise preparation strategy. First and foremost, divide the syllabus for both the papers, such as you can cover it thoroughly in 4 months' time. To be honest, only paper 1 takes time for preparation. Paper 2 doesn't take much time at all. Hardly you can finish the entire paper 2 in 20 days. But paper 1, it takes 2 months. Okay, is this fine? So 1 to 2 months, I told you, 2 months definitely it takes for paper 1. Dedicate the first month to most important topics from physical geography. Of course, you should have geomorphology. Yes or no? Prepare only the topics which are specifically mentioned in the syllabus. Don't go geomorphology, don't do the Google search and don't go and search for the topics which is not in the syllabus. I told you, that's why the first step is that A4 sheet. A4 sheet, unit 1. Geomorphology. So write all the topics of that unit. Then you start having for the topic 1, what are the synopsis? Okay. So and the topic 2, synopsis. Synopsis should have only in 1 page. So if you take 1 sheet, front page you can have for one topic, the back page you can have for another topic. So if you have the synopsis, it will greatly help you during your test practice, and you can also have an idea. You will not stuck in the exam hall whether what point will come, what diagram to include. No, you can't do anything in the exam hall. Everything has to be done prior to it. Is this fine, ma? Pay maximum attention to concepts of geomorphic cycles and Davis and Penck theory. Have you ever about Davis and Penck theory? In syllabus, we have landscape development, also study the slope development, erosion and its causes. You will find numerous diagrams depicting these topics. Pictorial representation is very, very important, which you must practice, as they can be very substantial for making your answers richer. So what is the first point you got now? With respect to the preparation, you should have the syllabus, you should have the title, and 2 key things you have to follow. What are the 2? First thing is that the strategy or the tips. Only 2 tips we have. One is that appropriate geographical terminology. Appropriate geographical terminology. You have to use the geographical terminology. You cannot use your own language. Though you understand, because this is a science subject, it's a concept, though you understand, but it is very, very mandatory to use the appropriate geographical terminology. Second is that relevant diagram. Try to bring as many diagram as possible. Diagram is must. None of your answers, you should not move from one question to another question. Of course, each and every question of yours should consist a diagram. If, of course, this is a great advantage for geography optional, because the other optional student doesn't have this opportunity to put as many diagrams as possible. You can attract the examiner, you can please the examiner by representing everything in diagram. Yes or no? So it is like a value addition for you. Okay, so make sure that relevant diagram and appropriate terminology, keywords. Terminology, it is usually, we can rightly say keywords and diagram. Is this fine? Then syllabus mentioned, topics mentioned in the syllabus. Then coming to the second and third unit, climatology and oceanography. There are very limited topics from this section that come for the exam, and hence focusing on the material. Climatology, you can refer DS Law, or it is enough if you go through Savindra. Biogeography and environment geography. Yes, my dear friends, here it has a major chunk in your prelims as well. Yes or no? In prelims as well in GS paper 3. Am I right? Am I right? Yes or no? It's not anthropology, ma. This is geography optional, ma. Am I right? So, biogeography and environment geography. While preparing topics from this section, specifically focus on preparing topics related to ecology, its detail. You will get a number of questions that are based on the current affairs related to social forestry, environmental management. Of course, we have different ecosystem, biodiversity, so many things we have discussed already in GS, isn't it? So you're not going to do any extra effort on this. The thing is that you're going to have the synopsis. But now, human geography, this is something different. This you don't have in your GS. Exclusively for optional. Optional exclusive, human geography. Understand the chronology and the evolution of geographical thought. Prepare the theories, definitions, terminologies along with a number of examples. Of course, regional codes by Harshon. Simple. It's like this. We have a famous personalities. Of course, the questions are repeatedly asked from this. This is exclusively for optional. We don't cover these topics in GS geography. Is this fine, ma? So topics like regional geography, religion, cultural religion, SDI, Human Development Index are essential. So apart from the standard books, I will also recommend you to take one more book, Geography Spectrum. How many of you have this Geography Spectrum? For optional, ma. Geography Spectrum for optional. It's good to have this book as a backup option, because majority of the topics we are going to do only from the Savindra. For certain topics in the syllabus, we can't locate the answers, for which you can directly go and refer this guidebook, because we are in need of an input points only. You're not going to write the same paragraph type. Okay, we have our own structure. We have to prove our innovation in answer writing, that it will become as practice, because we'll take as many tests as possible. It comes naturally through practice. But keep sure that you are also going to have this book as a supporting. Okay, supporting book. So kindly have this. So economic geography, of course, the NCERT is enough, and current affairs. Okay, not much with respect to this. Regional geography, if you can't find out any topic in the syllabus, then you can directly refer to spectrum. So you can never say that, ma'am, gathering materials, collecting source and is challenging. Don't run from pillar to post. Minimize your material. Very simple. And you have to work more on answer writing. Have the habit of writing answers on a daily basis, because everyone will have the same 5 to 7 points. But how your answer different from other aspirant has answer, it really matters how you present the answer. The structure and the innovation would really matters in optional. That doesn't play a great role in GS, but in optional you can prove yourself, you can enrich your score by structure. This word might sound in this class, what is the structure, what she is saying, that this is the answer. No. So continental drift theory, evidences of continental drift theory, if it has 6 points, I'm going to write the 6 point. Yes or no? Why ma'am is saying structure? Of course you will understand why I'm emphasizing on the word structure when I give you an answer, when I give you a test. Okay, when I give you the test, then I will give you the corrections how to write the answers on optional. That gets slightly varied from your GS answer. Is this clear, ma? Is this clear? Please drop a confirmation message. So population and settlement geography, here again you have this answer in your Majid Hussain, models and theories. Okay, in your Majid Hussain you have this answer. Okay, population and settlement. This topic is very scoring and hence a crucial one that should be attentively studied. And it is the easiest topic. Easiest topic. Prepare the definitions and have a thorough understanding of terms like conurbation, metropolitan region, slums, satellite town, etc. You have all these answers. The topics are answers for these topics. It is there in your Majid Hussain. Okay, is this fine? Fine. Also, research to find relevant studies. And with regarding to this, the current affairs related thing also you can upgrade. This is an amazing option where you can enrich your score by bringing more amount of inputs from the current affairs as well. Population as a social capital. Social well-being, quality of the life should be specifically prepared with utmost care. Yes. Yes, very, very interesting. And this you can directly pick the answers for these topics. Yes, Trijat. These topics directly from your spectrum. Okay? Okay. Now, once you have completed all the sections, well, practice previous year's papers on a regular basis. While preparing each topic, simultaneously solve practice. What I have insisted while preparing each topic, simultaneously have the synopsis. And can I give you one question now? Can I give you one question how to write an answer? Just a simple outlook. I'm not going to discuss as such. Okay. If imagine the question is that discuss the evidences of discuss and critically examine. The word is critically examine the evidences of continental drift theory. Critically examine evidences of continental drift theory. What is this? They are asking you to examine, isn't it? Okay. See Tushar. Now Tushar will give me an answer now. Ma'am, what is this, ma'am? And how you will answer the same question? You just remember if he is a GS student who is non-geography optional, if he is a geography optional student, how you can present this answer? So far I have been using the word structure, right? If he is a non-geography optional student, he know all the 6 points. Evidences of continental drift theory, of course, he will put the first point. Yes, it is a seesaw fit, juxta fit, juxta, of course, fitting of the continents, okay, opposite sides of the Atlantic Ocean, rock samples, geologic evidence, flora and fauna evidences. Just he'll try to put up this answer. 1.1 is that geologic evidence, okay. Point 2 is that jigsaw fit or juxtaposition, okay. Point 3 is that flora and fauna evidences. And you have Glossopteris. Okay, here only we'll have the examples. Then we have another 2 more examples. Okay, so if he is a general GS student, he will know only these things. He will write the answer and go. But the optional student will not give just it is a 0.1, 0.3, 0.5. They just don't directly start the answer evidences. They will examine, critically examine the evidences. First they will start the answer. This is called structure. What is the structure? First they will define what is continental drift theory. Okay, what is continental drift theory? Horizontal displacement of drifting or horizontal movement of continents on a large scale. So the first 1.5 line you have to define what this question is all about. They are asking about the continental drift theory. Is this fine? It is a horizontal displacement or a movement of continents on a large scale propounded by Alfred Wegener. Now coming to the second is that critically evidences. So examine evidences of continental drift theory. First you have to write the geologic evidence and you have to explain the evidence, and simultaneously you have to criticize the evidence. What the evidence said by Alfred Wegener? Yes, the rock samples collected in the Brazil and the western side of Africa, they belongs to the same time period. So just by collecting the rock samples on the Brazil side, from the eastern coast of Brazil and the western side of Africa, it doesn't mean that they would have belonged to the same time. Yes or no? Are you getting it, ma? So you have to say the evidence and simultaneously you have to criticize the evidence and try to put a small diagram in the corner of that point for the rock samples. What is this? This point, isn't it? So western side of the Africa, here you will be collecting, and it is in the Brazilian coast, the rock samples. So for each and every point you will write the point, and simultaneously you will examine that point, and you will also attach diagram for each point. Are you getting it, ma? For how many of you this is clearly understood? This is called structure. This is called structure. It is not that just you're going to put all the evidences, okay? But optional students, they know how to give the better answer. They know how to give answer to the question asked. They didn't ask only the evidences of continental drift theory. They have asked the evidence. At the same time, they asked you to criticize the evidence. Are you getting it? So you have to say the evidence is that, but it has been criticized. Okay, at the same time, for each point you have to include the relevant diagram. Now you say me, and finally you have to end the answer with conclusion, 1.5 line. So this is called structure of the answer. How many of you understood this exactly? Now you say me, will the non-optional student, will they write the answer in such a way? Will they write the answer in such a way? Give me an answer, ma. Give me a please answer me. I think it's very clear. So, critically examine the continental drift theory means for each point, you have to say the point. At the same time, you have to criticize the point parallelly, simultaneously, along with the relevant diagram. So, this comes only out of practice, and this is called structuring of your answer. Now, you say me, does your answer differs from the non-geography optional student? The same question. In GS, your answers will be in such a way, whereas the non-geography optional students' answers will be in a very robotic, in a normal way. Isn't it? So, on seeing whose answer the examiner will get pleased. If the average score, maximum score is 5 means, definitely you will be getting 7 marks for this question. Because of your presentation, how did you structure your answer? What are the appropriate keywords you have inserted, and you have each and every point as well explained by the relevant diagram. Is this clear? Is this clear to everyone? Please let me know. Are you getting it, ma? Such like I'll train you for everything, how to write an answer. We'll have as many tests as possible. Is this clear? So for each and every question, I will give you input, how to give this, how to enrich the content, how to present the same answer in a more appealing, pleasing manner, how to take the marks, how to take the marks from the examiner. Is this fine? Are you getting it? Now, second paper. Very, very easy. Why? Because start practicing diagram India map. At least in your entire paper, to minimum at least 10 to 20 to 25 India maps you have to draw for each and every question. So not necessarily full India. They are asking about compare the difference between west coastal plain and east coastal plain. Only this much is enough. So you draw this portion of the map and you figure it out. Give the title, box the diagram, and now you will show this west coastal plain, east coastal plain, whatever points you wanted to say. So your diagram should be so explanatory, and you have to figure the diagram, and you have to box the diagram, and you have to figure it and title it. These are the small input points. Of course, these are the fundamental input points in mains. Okay, not necessarily. Suppose the question is asking, okay, let me say, discuss the Himalayan mountain ranges, especially the northwest Himalayan mountain ranges itself. It is enough if you draw Himalayan ranges alone. Okay, see, that's it. So now you box the diagram, and you are going to represent here. Of course, we have a Trans Himalaya, Greater Himalaya, Middle Himalaya, Outer Himalaya, and Eastern Himalayas as well, isn't it? Karakoram, Ladakh, Zaskar, Pipanjal, Dauladhar range, yes or no? You have everything. So this, if the question is of asking you that discuss the Himalayan mountain ranges, you need not draw the entire India. You just draw that portion and figure, box it. Did I box the diagram? Did I box the diagram? Yes, or did I shield it with 4 enclosed walls? Yes or no? And you have to, without fail, you have to figure the diagram. What is the title? Himalayan ranges. Are you getting it, ma? Are you getting it? This is how in different ways you can represent your answer. Okay, and in paper 2, please keep saying, see, do case studies from magazines like Yojana and Kurukshetra. Even I don't even recommend geography and you, even if you follow Yojana and Kurukshetra, it does an amazing score increase in your essay, optional, ethics. Even it gives an edge in your interview. How many of you know the importance of Yojana and Kurukshetra? Please let me know. Have at least 10 case studies prepared. So it is like your multivitamin tablet served at your doorsteps. Monthly, you have 2 magazines, isn't it? Hardly it takes 4 hours to complete magazine. Yojana and Kurukshetra. Yojana 4 hours, Kurukshetra 4 hours. You have entire 30 days. Can't you spend 4 hours each for these two? It is a golden opportunity for you. The more inputs you are going to acquire and take, insert from the Yojana to the topic, and you are going to include in your answer, then say to yourself that your score will be definitely will have an higher score. Okay, is this fine? Next, have at least 10. So, however, while writing the answer, make sure citing the case study does not exceed 5 to 6 lines. Yes, you can do the case studies with respect to paper 2. Paper 1 don't include any case studies. Okay. Then, see, it will dramatically impact the score you get, and hence it is important. While this may seem too much of an effort for such little use, but it will greatly help in your score, each and every point, because it is very easy to get the average mark 5, but it is really challenging to get the extra 1 mark or 2 mark for each question. 6 or 7. Anybody can take 5 if you fulfill all the 6 points of continental drift theory, but it really, you have to make an extra effort to get this 1 mark and 2 mark. This will greatly play a role. For imagine, for each question you are going to increase 1 mark, means at last in the end your score will be somewhere 10 to 15 marks higher, greater than the competitor. Yes or no? Of course, you have to make an investment in terms of effort. Are you getting it, ma? For how many of you it's clearly understood? For how many of you it's well understood? Please let me know. Please let me know. Okay, so studying the map, you do not have to remember exact and specific data. You can simplify it to as per requirements. Specifically, study flow, maps that depict straight patterns, migration, diffusion of language. Practice drawing partial maps. Which is partial maps? This is a partial map. Yes or no? Did I insist this point? Practice drawing partial maps as required for the answer to make your answers more enriched. Every time you need not put the entire India. So what are the 3 important core points we had till now? In fact, I have reached 5 important core points. What are the 5 important core points, ma'am? First is that mastering the syllabus unit wise. Am I right? Mastering the syllabus unit wise. Okay. Second is that having the synopsis mandatory. Synopsis mandatory. You can't escape from this. Don't expect the miracle to happen in the exam hall. You should know what are the 6 points should come in the continental drift theory. You should have ready-made what are the diagrams for the 6 points I'm going to use. You should have how I'm going to. So synopsis is mandatory, very important for optional student. Then the third is that structuring your answers. Yes or no? Innovation, try to bring the innovative answers. How do you present your answers? Structuring and innovative. Most importantly, by using the keywords for the topics. Appropriate geographical terminology. Am I right? Appropriate geographical terminology with relevant diagram. Relevant diagram in the sense it should consist the diagram. Each question should consist the diagram, and also it is enough if you are going to include the partial map. Not necessarily every time you have to put the world map. For example, if the question is on North America, do you want to draw the entire world map? Who said it is enough if you draw only the North America portion? Yes or no? The question is respect to Rockies and Andes, folded mountain. What is the formation of folded mountains with respect to Rockies and Andes? This is called partial map. Yes or no? Then you just box the title, box the diagram, figure it. Folded mountains of Rockies and Andes folded mountain. Do you need to draw the entire world map, or this partial map is enough? Are you getting it, map? Whatever it is, you have to figure it, you have to box it, you have to title it. So start practicing diagrams as much as possible. Is this fine? Is this fine for everyone? Is this fine for everyone? Now, how to make your answers more enriched, of course, and scoring. We have already discussed this, how to enrich and scoring. See, so many points we have. Yes or no, ma? Yes or no? So, structure, how our answers will different from our normal. So, don't have the thought that the syllabus is not at all huge. If somebody is going to come and say you, geography syllabus is huge, you just laugh at them. Come on, my dear. Of this syllabus, we have 35%. Again, already we are doing it for GS, isn't it? And of course, it doesn't consist of 20 units. Hardly it is only 15 units. In this 15 units, more than 6 or 7 units already I am doing for GS. So, for optional, I am doing only 6 more units. Not even 6. To be frank, not even 6. Human geography you will be doing that too, especially this models and theories, that is economic geography. So, here and there, and majority of the thing, very, very important is Yojana and Kurukshetra. Yes or no? Yes or no? Are you getting it, ma? Yes. So the answers should be substantiate and demonstrate your conceptual understanding of geographical theories and its implementation for the betterment of the country. Of course, the presentation of your answer should be concise and easy to read. Did I say what is this word presentation? It is all about structure. Did I use the word structure? Structuring your answer. You have to structure your answer. Yes, this is going to be like this. The interaction, whatever it is. You are not a GS student. If the question, what is the keyword? Plate tectonic. First in the first 1.5 line, just to write what is plate tectonic theory. Then you start answering for the question, whether it is the evidences of plate tectonic theory or the criticism or the mechanism of the plate tectonic theory, whatever it is. Then start writing answer. Then conclude your answer along with the relevant diagram and partial maps. Yes or no? Yes or no? And most importantly, you have to use the appropriate keyword. The presentation of your answer should be concise and easy to read. Maps and diagrams makes your answers more understandable and at the same time beautifies the presentation. Does any other optional student have this edge? Can you draw diagrams in public administration? Can you draw diagrams? Can you beautify your answer in sociology? Come on, answer me. Here it is very, very simple because the subject itself is a simple subject, is a science subject, and the value addition, doing decorative, garnishing your answer. It is like a biryani at the end of the biryani. How do you present it, isn't it? So you have a double added advantage to beautify the presentation. When the examiner will find it very easy to understand your points, they are more likely to read your answer script thoroughly and judge it well. How many of you agree with this point? How many of you agree with this? See, of course, you have to feel little bit headstrong and proud and happy that yes, I'm a geography optional student. Even if I miss out 1 or 2 points also, I can represent that in my diagram. Yes or no? Depending on the question you are answering, incorporate the physical human geography to substantiate your answer better. The answer should be to the point and also along the line of the syllabus. Very, very, very important. To the point. Just check the question. Are they asking only the discuss the evidences of continental drift theory? Yes, you have to write only the 6 evidences along with the diagram and the keyword. But if the question is that critically examine the evidences of continental drift theory means not only the evidences, each evidences you have to critically examine. So you should understand the question thoroughly and then only you have. So it should be, the answer should be to the point and you have to modify your answers according to the question asked. And it should be in the line of the syllabus. There should be a logical flow and structure of your answer and try to write the short paragraphs and even bullet points as and when necessary. Let me say you one more important point. See, you have begun your answer. Of course, yeah. See, normally your answer should not start with a diagram or it should not end with a diagram. Starting and ending with a diagram is not permissible. It's not allowed. Are you getting this point? One important point. So before you include the diagram, of course, you have to write at least 3 to 4 points, 3 to 4 lines. Then you begin the diagram. Then you start giving an answer in a paragraph. After that, don't follow only paragraph writing. You have a beautiful subject, optional geography. So you can give some and the bullet points. Again, you continue in the paragraph. Then, of course, you can conclude your answer. So, are you showing some variety or the variant in your answers? Yes or no, ma? Yes or no? How many of you understood? Each question you can present it in a different way. Not necessarily every question you have to present in a monotonous way. No. Once you start writing so many answers, once you start giving the feedbacks, you will understand fully. You will start loving the subject to the core. Yes, ma'am. The best thing I have done is that I have chosen geography as an optional. I'm having so much edge that how I can please the examiner. Very easily you can please the examiner. Believe me, take my words. Now, how to enrich? First rule of presentation, map and diagram in every question. Did I use this word? Your answer is incomplete without a diagram. Will you get a diagram in the exam hall? Will somebody will throw the diagram to you in the exam hall? You have to set it to yourself in the synopsis during your preparation itself. Yes or no? This is the diagram I'm going to draw for this point. This is the diagram I'm going to draw for this topic. So, optional really matters some extra effort in order to get more marks. Okay? Okay? Thank you, madam. Very helpful session. Very easy to get your perception and idea about answer writing style. Thank you, Tushar. Thank you so much. Okay, don't worry. As we write so many questions, no, you feel that yes, ma'am, this is the best thing I have done in my life. See, I'm going to become a topper in geography. This is how consistently I was all India topper in geography optional. That time everyone's score was 253 was the maximum score. I secured 310. I secured 310 in geography. Across maximum 80 to 85% of the score average is only 250, 240, 260 maximum. I was the one who secured 310 in geography optional. Imagine, so this is very, very easy to secure marks in geography provided if you follow this strategy. Okay, we will do it. We will travel a lot. Next. Sometimes one map diagram per page. Ensure that the diagrams are relevant. Did I use this word? Did I use this word? Relevant diagram. Although maps can be drawn in almost all questions where the scope of a diagram is not there. Then, example, in the question on religious minorities in border states, draw a map of India sharing the border states, union territories and cities in which there are religious minorities. For each and every question, you can very easily include the diagram. Next, in a characteristics of biological desert, draw a world map showing a deep ocean region, Arctic and Antarctic. Intensity of energy crisis varies regionally. In this question, draw a world map with demarcations as a region of a severe crisis, moderate crisis, low crisis. Easy, ma, easy. Now it is a general. Okay, when the question comes, you actually will be trained how to bring as many diagram as possible. One challenging thing with our option is that we will be little bit facing time issue because we have to write, we have to draw. Write, draw, both we have to take care hand in hand. So it all comes out of practice. Is this fine? Second, incorporate both the physical and human dimensions in most of the questions, except for core questions like geographical thought. Try to provide a human angle in questions of physical nature. Example, a question of difference between Himalayan and peninsular drainage can be enriched by mentioning the difference in cropping pattern and the industrial use of drainage water at the end. You should not stop your answer just by saying, ma'am, this is a question which has came from physical geography. Okay, I have to bring the difference here only. What is the Himalayan river system? Of course, we have discussed in our class. Indus, Ganga, Brahmaputra, and peninsular river system, east flowing rivers and west flowing rivers. Is your answer is complete? Is your answer is complete? Yes, of course it is complete. But you can enrich your answer by 2 to 3 lines doing the value addition. Yes, because of these peninsular rivers, only the cropping pattern in southern India, it is like this. The industrial use of drainage water. So, though the question is of the physical geography, you can also include the 2-3 core points. Of course, after you have completed the syllabus, you are not only, of course, you are not only stuck with the physical idea, you are also have a content with respect to regional geography, industrial, everything. So, it is nothing wrong in adding the human context finally. It is like adding cherry on the top of the cake. It is a value addition. Okay. Okay, this also give the answer an administrative orientation, which is a mark fetching. A pure geographical orientation is required only in the few topics. Rest of the paper, especially two, should be attempted by administrative geographical perspective. Easy flow. You don't have any locks at all. You are let loose. You can bring all the things in your paper two. Paper 2 will strongly give you an idea that you are writing only a GS paper, because you are not going to write on theory, heartland theory, rimland theory. Okay, it's a very interesting. Weber's industrial location theory. Okay, nothing of that theory. These theories all comes in models and theory. Let me say you one important secret, my friend. I don't understand why so till now we didn't have an answer for this question. Models and theory is one of the most favorite unit of in the entire geography option. Models and theory is one of the most favorite unit for the UPSC examiner. He constantly keeps asking from this particular unit two long answers. Please go and check. If you don't trust my word, please go and check your last previous year's 10 years question paper. If they ask one long answer in geomorphology, hardly they'll ask one more short answers. Okay, geomorphology, it has so much of subtopics. But models and theories is such a short unit. In this short units itself, they ask two long answers. Okay, if you are ready with all the 10 topics, then you are so happy that you are going to comfortably write the exam. This paper, this unit will greatly help you in increasing your score in paper 1. How many of you know this? The study reference for this is only Majid Hussain, Models and Theory Majid Hussain. Okay, that same Models and Theory Majid Hussain book also covers your population and settlement geography. Okay, now third rule of presentation. Write answers along the lines of syllabus such as terrain, drainage, geomorphology, of course, climate, climatology, soil, vegetation, biogeography, environmental issues, environmental geography, human geography, parts such as population and settlement, agriculture. Thus, you can generate 7 to 8 points on a general topic. If the question is of a general in nature in paper 2, you can represent, yes, the physical terrain is like this, the topography is like this kind of industry flourish in this region, the soil, this particular topography, this kind of soil, this soil is lead to this cropping pattern. Can you interrelate all the topics? Can you interrelate all the topics? It is well developed. Of course, it is a urban tinge means then you can expect the well settlement, densely populated, intensely cultivated. If it is of a terrain, the difficult terrain topography means of course sandy soil. Then you can relate with the industry. Then you can relate with the tribe over there. Don't you think that it is an interrelated concept? The subject itself, only if you have to touch one point, it is like rangoli. If you have touched one point, you can easily extend this rangoli, you can interconnect it, and you can give a different shapes and size and figure, and at last you can come up with a wonderful, of course this is not a right rangoli, I'm not so good at that, but I'm trying to say this, you can have so many variants to include in this point. Yes or no? From physical perspective, yes, with respect to the terrain and topography, with respect to the soil, with respect to the settlement, human, with respect to the culture, everything you can bring. So the beauty of the subject is that you have to interrelate. Am I right? Don't stop your answer. Okay, don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself. This will not only help you in incorporating the human angle, but it will also provide enough diversity and content in most question. Are you getting this, ma? Third rule of presentation, few tips. Diagrams are considered relevant, diagrams are considered very important. Don't try to escape yourself. It is not a kind of escapism. In fact, you are not allowing your scores to increase. If you want your more scores, draw draw draw. That is a success tips. Okay, you can't escape yourself from drawing a diagram. It is not an escape, of course it is a value addition. Okay, it is an edge where other optional doesn't have, with fewer words, so that helps you explain the concepts with fewer words. For example, can I say you one diagrammatic representation which clearly can please the examiner? Heat budget. How many of you know the heat budget concept? Of course, I have completed this concept in my GS YouTube channel. See, you have to define the heat budget. How do you start the answer? Heat budget is nothing but a delicate balance between incoming shortwave solar radiation and outgoing long wave terrestrial radiation. Isn't it? This is the diagram. Sorry, this is the definition. Followed by you're going to draw the central main relevant diagram, heat budget. So this diagram itself is given the, of course you will be representing everything. 100 units, what has happened before reaching into the atmosphere? 35 units has been sent back, and only 65, in this 65, 14 is absorbed by the atmosphere, gases in the atmosphere. 51 only is reaching as an earth. In this 51, 17 is reflected and only 34. So all this calculation you will be representing everything, income and outgo, everything in this one diagram. The same point only you are going to detail in the coming the following paragraphs. Yes or no? Don't you think that to examiner you have said already explained the entire heat budget concept in this one mainframe picture? Yes or no? You have already explained the entire 100 units. So there is, in this business there is neither profit nor loss, isn't it? How much it has received, the same 100 has been sent back to the space. Everything you have included in the diagram itself, one diagram itself. That only you are going to explain again. Even if you miss out one or 2 points here, that doesn't really affect, because you have already mentioned in your diagram. This diagram you cannot bring in the exam hall. Of course, this could come out only by practice. Yes or no, ma? Yes or no? How many of you understood clearly? Please let me know. Please let me know. Is this fine? Is this fine for everyone? Friends, are you there? Are you there, ma? Okay. Just give me a moment. Yes, ma. Sorry, some issues. Okay. Yes. So this is all. So you will understood by this time what is an importance, and of course Diagrams are very important. Simply use of maps, both India and world can be beneficial. So you have to start practicing to draw India map with less than 30 seconds and world map with less than 45 seconds, entire world and entire India, and also partial map. Partial map is very easy. You need not make much effort at all. For example, in single map of India, you can show the direction of monsoon. Yes, the same day you can show the onset of monsoon. Okay, withdrawal of the monsoon question. Nobody can give such an amazing answer other than the optional students. Okay, now interlinkages. So interlinkages with the various topics in the syllabus while solving a question from a particular topic will always result in immense benefits. For example, reference to both the aspects of, so please keep saying yourself, if the question is from physical geography, not necessarily that you have to end the answer only with the physical. The question is drainage, comparative comparison between the peninsular drainage and the Himalayan drainage. Fine, you have given all the points. There is nothing wrong in adding 1 or 2 points from the human perspective and industrial base. You are also touching the entire thing, isn't it? So it is a value addition. It will give extra score to your marks. It will never ever affect your scores. Okay, ensure that. Next, for examples in topics such as regional geography, economic, agriculture, industry, resources, etc., one can substantiate the answers with a recent case studies or the good practice in the world or India to prove a general statement in the answer. So it's highly recommended that now go and strongly, your preparation is incomplete because you are a geography optional student. Your preparation is incomplete without Yojana and Kurukshetra. You can say, ma'am, I have completed Savindra, ma'am, I have completed DS Lal, ma'am, I have completed Majid and Hussain, but I am not convinced, my dear. I will be convinced. I know I can get you a higher score. I can help you in enriching a more scores in your optional only if you also give me assurance that yes ma'am, I'm a regular reader of a Yojana and Kurukshetra. Okay, try to sort out the topics for which you have to master the syllabus. Only if you know the syllabus, even if I wake you up, Tushar, come on, say me what is the syllabus in agriculture paper 2? Immediately you have to, without even opening your eyes, you have to say, ma'am, these are the topics. Agriculture, at last it has 10 topics, subtopics, and the first topic is that. So you should be trained, at least you take 2 tests on by hearting the keywords in the syllabus. Then only when you read the Kurukshetra, you can easily rule out that this is not my cup of tea, this is not in my syllabus, so I need not read. Yes, this topic is irrigation. Yes, this is the part of the syllabus. Land resources. Yes, this is a part of a syllabus. Some other thing. No, this is not my syllabus, so I need not affect. When you will have the clarity what to do and what not to do, for which you should master the syllabus. How many of you know your syllabus? If I give you a 5 sheets, I'm giving you a random test. Write down all the topics in climatology. Test 1. Write down all the topics in geomorphology. Test 2. Write down all the topics and models and theories. Test 3. Write down all the topics in regional development and planning. Test 4. Write down all the topics on contemporary issues in paper 2. How many of you can bet and say me, yes ma'am, whatever question you give with respect to the syllabus, I am well acquainted with the syllabus. I have enough knowledge with the syllabus. How many of you can guaranteely say me this? If you are very strong in your syllabus, already have reached 20% of your journey. Okay? Then only you know how to enrich your answer with the contemporary points from the current affairs. Without knowing the syllabus, there is no point in reading Yojana and Kurukshetra. There is no point in reading Hindu editorial. But if you master the syllabus and then you read, then that is a perfect strategy. That is a systematic strategy, systematic preparation. Is this fine? Is this fine for everyone? Can I move on to the next? The last is study plan tips and strategy. Of course, there are 3 types of question pattern. Now we are going to discuss, analyze the question pattern. First pattern number 1. Direct questions. Very easy. Questions will be so direct. Okay. Difference between tropical cyclone and temperate cyclone, or comparative analysis between tropical and temperate cyclone. Compare and analyze between continental drift theory with the plate tectonic theory. Compare and analyze between folded mountain formation with the block mountain formation. Are these questions are direct? Yes or no? Please answer me. Are these questions are direct? What analysis you are going to do? Nothing. Tropical cyclone, so location, what is the wind direction, what is the center thing, what is this precipitation, what is etc. etc. Temperate you have to do. Simply for each point you have to, here again you can show the innovation in structuring an answer. That the answers, the question is so direct, it doesn't have much for you to get confused. There is a certain strategy to attempt each type of question. Yes, direct questions so straight from the syllabus, such as tropical and temperate. Since everybody writes the same thing, it is important to present your answer in an appealing, pleasing manner. Did I say this? Did I say this? Everyone will write the 5 points under same 5 points under tropical answer, same 5 points under temperate cyclone. But those 5 points, how you are going to show the difference? Don't change the answer, don't change the content, but change the presentation in such a way it should be so pleasing to examiner. On reading your paper itself, you should get some positive vibe. Alright? This person is right here. He is a real diplomat. See, how does he present? He doesn't know how does Tushar looks. He doesn't know how does Srijit and Omkar looks. But your presentation and answer gives them a positive feel about you. Yes, he is qualified enough to clear the civil service exam. Are you getting it? So it lies in your hands to make the NEET and the practice. It comes only out of practice. Strategy for direct ended. Most examinees will write a similar answer to the direct question. Therefore, to gain an edge over the others, one must make the answer appealing. To appeal the examiner, neatness is the first criteria. Don't strike and write. Okay? Don't use dull color. Use a beautiful pen. Use a blue color. For diagram also, don't draw in the same blue color. Don't use pencil for diagram. Use brown color stick pen. Brown color stick pen. How many of you know about the stick pen? It is just 10 rupees. Just 10 rupees. Okay. If you are writing the content in a blue color, you can beautifully give the center diagram. You can draw the diagram. Okay. It is a mid-Atlantic Ocean ridge. Yes, this is an imaginary diagram. Whatever it is you're going to draw with respect to this, draw this in the brown color stick pen. Again, you will be writing in the blue color. So there should be a neatness, there should be a keyword, there should be a beautiful presentation of the diagram. The diagram should be so pleasing and appealing as well. Yes or no? And then compare drawing of lines to mark the difference. Along with this answer should cover as many dimensions of the questions as possible. Present the answer with the presentation of a geographer. This gives an answer an extra edge over thousands of similar answers. Why? Because UPSC geography, if 10,000 students has cleared qualified to write means more than 4,000 or sometimes even 4,500 will be of geography optional. How many of you know this? More than 4,000, because it is one of the very famous and popular optional. That means that it is easy, and also it means that it is more competitive in nature. Yes or no? Yes or no? So it is more competition. So you have, does everyone write the same answer? Examiner will not pleased. So you have to realize the competition, because when there is an advantage, when you are happy about it. Yes, ma, you can use it, but you can don't see Tushar. The actual problem lies is that now you can use different color pens. Can I say you one thing? Of course, my diagrams will be in a brown color stick pen. My India, I don't know why. Always my paper too. It has my India. I have the habit of drawing my India map in orange color, light orange color. My India looks so glossy. It looks so attractive. So I'll be for paper 2, I'll have a orange color stick pen. For paper 1, I'll have a light sky blue. I used to have a brown stick pen. Other than that, I don't use much, because you're not supposed to use red, pink, green and so many dark colors. Problem lies is that time. paucity of the time. With the stipulated time, you have to represent the diagram, you have to represent the keyword, you have to represent the content, you have to take care of everything. So it really matters. So I always stop down. I'll narrow down only with these things. One brown stick pen and one orange or something for India map. That's it. I'll be writing in the blue pen. In test itself, you can get yourself tested. Of course, that will be doing it. But the sad thing is that in online, I can't see your paper. In offline, I used to train my students for answer writing in a different way. Fine. For open-ended questions, there is more freedom to add positive and negative aspects. You should also cover multiple dimensions of the issue or a concept asked in the question. As usual, do include diagram and map locations if possible. Practice tips. Try to give a diagram once between every 3 to 4 questions. Diagrammatic presentation is extremely important in geography. Yes, give the lot of freedom so that the student should cover as many dimensions as possible. So this I'll cut short. Practice tips, of course, you have to start writing. Since all human geography as well, you have to start writing. So map based questions were asked in the last 20 years. A strategy for maps, simple. What I follow for optional GS, the same you can follow. Do map. See, I don't know whether you are lucky or unlucky, because I have stepped into the civil service preparation 2004. I have already said about this. I think many of you know about my story. I'm one of the senior most educator in civil service with 15 years rich experience with 6 mains, and all the 6 mains with geography as an optional. But all the 6 mains with geography as an optional, but not the same syllabus. Initial 2 to 3 mains, of course 3 to 4 mains if I'm not wrong. Okay. Optional syllabus is different. Why there was a huge mad rush for geography means 60 marks in paper 1 and 60 marks in paper 2 out of the total marks, 120 marks, you will get it easily by map. So they will ask 10 points. Okay, some Mediterranean Sea, sometimes some lake, sometimes some plateau. So you have to mark that. They will give a world map. You have to mark the places, and for each thing you have to write on 30 words. See how easy. Other optional students, they used to find jealous on seeing the geography. Hey, you are getting easily 120 marks just by going through the map. Okay, but I have the experience of 3 main geography option with 120 marks map. Of course, we can easily get around 90 to 100 marks of the total score. But it is an unfortunate thing. UPSC has removed this in the change in optional syllabus, and they have made it now you don't have a map portion in paper 1. In paper 2, you have that too only for 20 marks. From 120, they removed 100 and it has came down to 20. Anyways, no problem. Okay, so the map, you can get yourself acquainted. You can start loving the map. You can do it like, take a continent wise. Okay, for map, let me say the strategy. Refer only 2 atlas with 1 geography through map, Siddhartha. Okay, Siddhartha, 2 atlas, Orient Longman, and Oxford. Okay, so take a continent wise. For example, Africa. Don't do physical first. That is a wrong strategy. First, you complete the political, then you move on to the physical. Ma'am, why you are saying the reverse order? Normally, everyone will used to do from physical and then political. Actually, that normal thing is a wrong thing. If you are going to start your preparation from physical, Sahara Desert, how do you give me an answer? It stretches which of the places? Nile River, it touches which of the places? Of course, the country you can't give. So always it is recommended to complete your political first. Have a complete idea about Western Africa, Northern Africa, Eastern Africa, Horn of Africa, Central Africa, Southern Africa. Then in Southern Africa, where do we have Patagonia? Where do we have the Sahara Desert? Where do we have this plateau, Atlas Mountain? Where do we have a Katanga Plateau? Everything. Okay, the right strategy from political to physical. Okay, and then also it's a continent. also get contained in the word limits in the answer writing? Yes. No, no, it doesn't get contained in the, see, I told you, no, Tushar, what pattern you have now, this is not the pattern what I had for my first 4 mains. There we don't have a page limit. There we don't have anything of that. That is an entirely different picture. I don't want to give those inputs now, because if I give that inputs, if I'm going to go revisit the past and talk about the past, sometime you might get feel bad also. Oh, I would have appeared that time, because that time it was more comfortable. Why? Because now for one question, the examiner has given you a page limit. Okay, you have to complete the answer with a page. They would have typed the question and the space they would have given, and the next page this question ended here, and second page they get started. This is the present pattern, but this was not the pattern with my first 4 mains. You can write one question as many sheets you want. It is up to your smartness. You don't have a word limit, maximum they will see, but they never stick on to it. Time limit, diagram, nothing. You can keep. So people used to impress the examiner in first 2-3 questions. Continental drift theory itself, they'll be writing for 5 pages and 6 pages. So UPSC wanted to cost cutting, wanted to do the cost cutting. So they have stopped all these things. They have removed the map. They have removed the pages, excessive. They said, come on, this is the space. In this space, prove your excellence. In this space, prove your proficiency. Okay, with this itself you have to maintain the word limit. This itself you have to adjust your answer along with your diagram. Now it has become more challenging because your hands are restricted, but this was not the case when I was writing my mains. Okay, fine, forget about the past, live in the present, march towards the future. Now, so it is extremely important, this we have already discussed. The answer should be crisp, concise and directly related to the question. Do not write answers that are too big or contain like large unnecessary portion. You will not get. Read interviews and blogs of previous toppers. So try to practice as many diagrams as possible and attach diagram to as many questions as possible. Geography, all answer is always made better with the diagram. Don't come to a conclusion that, ma'am, the page limit is that for continental drift theory, they have typed the question, this page is allowed, and in the next page, they have entered the answer. So in this gap only, I have to write the theory as well as I have to write the diagram. So for this question, I'll write only all the 6 points. I will not draw the diagram. If you are going to get yourself convinced like that, UPSC will not get convinced. Why? Because the same your competitor, he is smart enough to utilize the space. In this space, he reduce the center diagram. For each point, he will give a parallel diagram. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? So, in multiple ways, you can present the answer in the stipulated time limit, word limit, space limit. That is the smartness. If you are smart enough, then you know how to present it. Atlas by your side. So we have already discussed the importance of Atlas. Whatever you are going to read, yes, it is essential you keep Atlas by your side while preparing for this optional. So because you are an optional student, that too geography optional students, if somebody asks you where is Dardanelles Strait, if somebody asks you where is Katanga Plateau, if someone is asking about you where is this Amazon River and some of the tributary, you can't look at them like this because you are a geography optional students. Though the map portion is only 20 marks, but you should have an enough knowledge with respect to the map, the places, because you are an optional student. Start loving doing the map. Don't take this as a difficult burden. Of course, if you ask me, map reading is a stress buster. Stress buster. You will thoroughly enjoy the map class. You will thoroughly enjoy the map reading, provided if you know how to read map. Okay, that is the best part in geography. Your knowledge get enormously increased. Note making is essentially important. So I told you, rather than saying note making, I will say synopsis making. Yes or no, ma? Synopsis making during preparation. This is the first point I have registered in the text, isn't it? For each and every topic in the syllabus, you should have synopsis in your hand. The core points. You can't build up a story. That is not an analytical paper. That is not you can't bring your opinion over there. Opinion based paper is not a geography paper. Geography paper is a science based, concept based. Your job is to Reproduce the concept. That is the easiest thing. So don't miss out any points in that. Of course, this is the best thing one can do yourself. Doing justice to the subject is that such an easy subject, provided that you should not waste it just by filling the words. Okay, directly write the answer, directly write the points, directly write the concepts. That's it. Okay, next. Make sure make notes only, otherwise it will be waste of time. Do not make notes for every topic. Don't make notes for any topic. Make synopsis for every topic. That is what I am saying. Okay, and augment your notes with diagram and flowcharts. Do you remember? Can I say you one more how I have strengthened my preparation? Of course, for every topic I have a synopsis. I have a synopsis. Definitely I've worked more for option compared to GS. You believe it or not? I had a hand sheet of couple of some 10 to 15 sheets, A4 sheets, 10 to 15 sheets, only diagram. For example, geomorphology. So, for plate tectonic theory, title will be PTT. What diagram I am going to use for plate tectonic? What diagram I am going to use for Davis and Pink theory? What diagram I am going to use for seafloor spreading? For climatology, title will be here. No content, no theory, no point. That is synopsis. That kind is different. This is only for diagram. Are you getting it? See, in different way I have strengthened my preparation. These are the multiple ways I have followed in order to increase my scores in mains. That's why I was consistently I was able to get the top score in geography. Such an amazing subject. When the subject is so easy, so loving and so kind to me, why can't I do the justice to the subject? That is how I have taken. That is how I have beautified the subject by my answer writing. Are you getting it, ma? It comes only if you start loving the subject. Such an amazing subject. Okay. It is impossible to solve the previous year's papers. Of course, you can write mark page. So I'm cut shorting these portion, terrain, soil. So answer writing in geography, diagram, repeated point. Try to incorporate aspects of both physical and human. Already we have discussed. Example, Himalayan and Peninsula. Sorry. This is according to topper. When you write answers, make them along the lines of the syllabus. Okay. Examine the role of small towns in regional tackling the huge syllabus. Please don't agree to this. This is not at all a huge syllabus. Actually, it is 15 only. That too, in that 15 also majority of the topics already will be doing for GS. So hardly we are going to read only 5 or 6 topics extra. So nothing of that. Basically syllabus is physical geography. Entire physical geography already we are doing it for our GS. Entire physical. Geomorphology, climatology, oceanography, biogeography, environmental geography. Yes or no? Yes or no? Human geography, of course, models and theories only will be doing. Human geographies, it is exclusive to optional. Indian geography, here again we'll the physical geography, agriculture, resources. Anyhow, we'll be doing Yojana and Kurukshetra. So what new you are going to do for geography as an optional? What you're going to do? Regional development planning, population and settlement, okay, models and theories. So population and human geography is little bit that you're going to do add in your optional. Is this fine, ma? Is this fine? Did you get all the inputs? Please let me know. Did you get all the inputs? Of course, I have planned for 1.5 hours. Did I rush up? I think I've given all the points. I've justified all the inputs. Yes or no, ma? Did I justify all the inputs? Please give me an answer. I am waiting for your fine words. So, if you are going to incorporate the inputs what I have discussed for the last 1.5 hours in a stretch without even taking a single sip of water, understand how much passion and dedication I have towards the subject, how much respect I have towards this option. Such an amazing optional that will never let you down. Okay, friends, now you can join the quiz now, logging from your Unacademy learning app. Okay, student app. Join the live quiz. The code is 205848. 205848. I am going to start the quiz. Can I start the quiz? The topic is geomorphology. Topic is geomorphology. Can I begin? Can I begin the quiz? Please let me know. How was the session, ma? How was the session? Did you get the inputs? What you were expecting? Of course, tomorrow I start with the topic. Do join the quiz now. So you find you can evaluate your performance. Yes. Oh my God. Okay. Enter code 20. Can I begin the quiz? Please drop the answer. 5848. Join quiz. 4 joined. Already 4 has joined. Okay. That's nice. Amazing. Okay. I'm going to begin the quiz now. Just give me a moment. I'll connect. I'll do the screencast. I'll do the screencast. Just give me a moment. Just give me a moment. Yes, my dear friends. Yes, ma. Okay. Can I begin? Can I begin the quiz? That's nice. Get, set, go. Start quiz. You have 30 questions. goes. 22. 9:30. That's nice. Of course, yes, friends. Can you hear me? Yes, I'm back. How was the test? Please share your inputs. Hope you had a wonderful session. Yes or no? Hari and Omkar. Hari, you're doing very good in your test. Of course. Ma'am, me lost the connection, not able to attend last two. Oh, really sad. But I think until last you have secured the first mark. It's really good, Hari. Your performance, I think, in the last 4 or 5 quiz, I think Hari and Omkar are doing an amazing job. I think you would have understand the importance, you would have realized the importance of getting exposed to as many questions. It's merely a revision. I don't know why many of the students are not opting for it. Of course, this is an ultimate revision. You are also earning the points, you are also earning the credits. It's a revision. So please, like you, I want other students also to gain the confidence and get benefited by attending as many quizzes as possible. I'm here, of course, this half an hour I'm sitting in front of you. Just I'm sitting. I didn't quit the class and go. I'm just waiting for my students to complete the test. So understand my dedication. Of course, understand how much it is going to greatly help you in your preparation. So keep moving. Of course, come and attend as many quizzes as possible. Tomorrow afternoon also we have a quiz, and night also again I have a quiz. Post the same what benefit you are getting, post the same about in the comment box as well as in the DLMAM group, so that let us other students also come and attend, they get benefited and strengthen the preparation. Hope you had a wonderful session with respect to the strategy tips and how to enrich the main score or in optional, of course, in optional as well as the quiz coupled with the 30 minutes 30 question quiz we had on geomorphology. Yes, it's time for me to say good luck, good day, bye bye, stay connected. I catch you tomorrow afternoon 2 p.m. in YouTube platform with Indian society and social issues, night in optional channel mountain building. Okay, of course, both the sessions will be ended by the quiz here again. Okay, thank you one and all. Yes, Mars. Most of the questions are helps to recall ma'am's session. Thank you so much, Hari. Yes, I was also observing both of your participation. You both were giving a tough fight, and Omkar was also chasing. That's really, really amazing. Good. Keep up the good spirit. Maintain the good spirit. Please try to spread this positivity. This what you gain. Let other of of my students. Let all. I have so many other students. I'm really surprised why they are eloquent to come and attend the quiz and get benefited. The ultimate revision lies in being attending the quiz. So get strengthen your preparation by getting exposed to as many questions as possible. Okay, post the same in the comment section as well as at the here in chat box, not in the chat, Hari. At the end of the session, please try to post that what is your feeling in the comment section, comment box, as well as in DLMAM group. Okay. Until then, it's bye from your DL ma'am. Good luck, good day, bye bye. Stay connected. I catch you all